I'm trying to film a video. You're not helpful. No. No. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Wish haul video for you. And let's get started. So for all those of you that don't know what Wish is a website slash app, and it's a bit like eBay slash Amazon. You can buy like anything on it and it's at a really cheap price. The first two items are these Born Pretty nail palettes. They came in this cardboard wrap, which is really nice and I quite like. The bigger one is this woodland theme, which I just think is very pretty, and I have stamped it a couple times but not as a proper design, just to test out what it looked like, and I only did the sort of stags and woodland theme, and it did look quite nice, and yeah, I was very happy with it. So the other one is a sort of lovey-dovey, bunch of different love things, and is also quite nice. The one on this one I really like is the heartbeat one. I think it looks really good and I can't wait until like Valentine's Day where I can make it look really good on some red nails, maybe black or something like that. So all of this stuff came really quickly, which I was very happy with because they came from places like China, Japan, places quite far away from where I live in England. And normally stuff takes quite a while to come here. I think almost everything was scheduled to come at about in September, maybe from the 5th to the 10th, and everything came in August, and I was really happy with that, and I was really surprised that it did come so quickly, and yeah, so they're the first two things. The next nail thing is these nail stickers by Sweet Nail Stickers. So they just came in this packet and you could have two colours, one was gold and one was silver. I preferred the silver just because it would match a lot more of my clothing, because pretty much everything I wear is grey or black or something like that. So I picked the silver colour and I just thought they were really nice. And I haven't used them yet, but I'm very excited for when I do. And they're basically just like temporary tattoos, just put them on your nail, put some water on them, they'll transfer, and then you put an overcoat layer on them, just a clear nail polish. So yeah, so I'm excited to use those. I don't know if any of these brands are the actual brand or if they're a copy of the brand, other than this one, which is the Atos Nail Lacquer nail polish right there, and I will say it is really pretty. I used it on my nails and I'll insert a photo here. So it is called the water-based strippable nail polish. They are not joking about water-based. If you want to put this on your nails, you're going to have to do so many coats of it. You can't really see, but it is incredibly liquidy and watery, funnily enough. It did look really good, and in the video I showed you, I did it over a silver nail polish and it sort of did a mirror effect, and in some lights it looked green and in some lights it looked purple, but it is a really pretty nail colour, but I would only use it to put over a different colour. I wouldn't use it on its own. I don't think it would look as good. So the last nail thing is this, which is a very teeny tiny little bottle, like not even as big as my finger. Pot of gel polish soak off UV and LED. So this is a nail polish in the shade 148 colour, spelled the American way, so without the U, and it's basically just sparkles. That is all it is really. It's just a sparkly nail colour. It is very pretty. The sparkles aren't as big as I thought they'd be, and in the photo they're on Wish, they are definitely over, it is definitely over a different colour. It is not on its own. But it is a very nice colour. I haven't yet used it, The only nail polish of this that I've used is this one. But I am very excited to use it, and I think it will be really nice if I find a good colour to go underneath it, because I do not think it will be as good as on its own. So, yeah, let's move on. So next, I think we'll do technology. So the only thing I've got with technology is this, which is a music mini speaker, and they're not joking about mini. So this also came to me quite quickly. I ordered it separate from everything else, just because I ordered everything and then I was looking at the app and then I wanted this, so I ordered it as well. So it came in this little box and the instructions are in English. The only thing I'll say about the box is it is a bit wrinkled and almost as if crumpled. So I don't know how great shipping went for this box, and I think it may have got a bit damaged. But that is just the box. The speaker is actually fine. So they had, I think, 4 different colours of this. You get it in white, blue, which is the one I got it in, red, and some other colour, maybe black. I picked blue because my favourite colour's blue, and it came with this wire. That is one thing I will say about this, which is not too good, is the wire is incredibly short. So I plug this in, it has just a USB input and then this bit which goes into the actual mechanism. And in the photo here of the wire, it implies it's got 2 sort of wires on it, so it's got 3 inputs. I don't know if that's just I'm reading it wrong, because this only has 1 input, but I don't see anywhere else on it where it have another, and this is the only wire it came with. So this is its charging wire. So I just plugged this into my phone's iPhone charger, because I can just take the wire out and plug that one in. And it did come in the colour I wanted. It's got the speaker at the top and a padded bit at the bottom, which is really good. And that is the input where you charge it in. This one is, I think, really cool. So if your phone's charging across the room and you want the music with you and you want to skip a song, this button, you can press it, which pauses it and plays it, and then depending which way you turn it, it goes forward or back in the tracks of whatever you're playing. The also awesome thing about it is it lights up, so it's got a switch here to turn it on. And one thing I will say, it is very loud.
Mode.
And if you're using this maybe in a public place, I would personally be worried about turning it on because it is quite loud. So that just then was it connecting to my phone, because the Bluetooth is on my phone. And that is the sound it makes. You can't, as far as I've seen, turn that sound down. There is no sound thing on here. You have to go to your phone. All of this is, it's not a volume thing, it is literally just music controller. So it does have this TF card port or something along those lines. TF card, I was partially right. There, which you can insert in, so you can play music through that. And then just the wire. The wire is quite short, which is what I was saying before. And so my plug socket is on my floor, and I tend to put this on my unit, which is not incredibly high at all. Like my iPhone charger can go on in the plug and go onto my unit with a tiny bit of excess. So that is one thing I'll say, is if you plug this in, unless you want to put it on the floor, which I wouldn't really want to do, it doesn't really reach up long enough. So the one thing I'd really change about it is a sound setting on here, so you can change the sound when it just turns on, because it is pretty loud. And the wire length is the only thing I'd really change. But other than that, it is pretty good, and they're not exactly really bad things. They're just personal things that I think, that could change a little bit. And yeah, it just turns off. It's meant to have 5 hours of charging, so 5 hours of power before it needs charging. When it does need charging, it plays the music still, and there is just a voice that comes over, a woman's voice that says, "Low power, please charge." And then it keeps playing music and then goes, "Low power, please charge." and it keeps doing it. And the low power please charge woman is also quite loud, and she's not yelling, but it sounds as if she is because it's so loud. And yeah, so that is how. When it is charging, a light appears here. Oh, there we go.
Bluetooth mode.
And that would be a really loud noise where it connects. So this light here that's flashing, there we go. It turns red while it is charging. So I've had it plugged in for at least over an hour, and the red light hasn't changed. So it doesn't say anywhere on the box what colour the light is when it's fully charged. I don't know if it goes green or if it turns off or if it's just always red. I don't know. But I've had it charging for over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and the red light is always there. But yeah, so I wouldn't specifically say it maybe has 5 hours. I'm not really timing it, or maybe I just haven't charged it fully. Although the great thing about it was it came with some charge in it, which was really good because then I could test it out straight away. But yeah, so I like it. I think it's really pretty. I really like the pattern on it, like the sort of cracked stone kind of look. I think it looks pretty cool. And it is a great addition to my room, and I have been listening to it, listening to my music. Oh, that's something I meant to say about it. There is this whole thing about sort of Apple and iPhone where you can play YouTube in the app, and then as soon as you come out of it, it stops, which is really annoying. And Apple, please change that. This plays YouTube, which I think is so cool. It does still have a thing though, when you come out of the app, it doesn't then work, which is still quite annoying. And it doesn't just play, it plays all videos on YouTube. I have played music videos, I've played a bit of Graveyard Girl, who is a really good YouTuber and I highly suggest to watch. And she actually also did a Wish haul as well. And she isn't any musicy thing, she's literally just talking to the camera like I am, and it just plays it, and it is pretty cool. So I was really curious as to whether or not it would work, and I've never really had a portable speaker before, so I was really happy with it. But yeah, so overall it is pretty good, and it does get quite loud. Like I think a lot of speakers, when you put it up to the highest maximum loudness, I don't know if that's a word, I'm sure there's another word that's a lot better, that's the word I'm using. Yeah, when it goes to the highest loudness on my phone, which is an iPhone 6, it does sort of on some notes get a bit crackly, and just isn't as good quality as when it's a slightly lower tempo, that's not the right word, volume, that's the right word, oh, thinking. Volume, it just is a better quality, so at a certain volume it just gets a bit crackly on some notes in the song, but I think it would also depend what song. I mean, it did that on some Ed Sheeran songs and stuff like that, but it is still really good and I do quite like it. So the next thing I think will be jewellery. So this is a bracelet, as you can see, because it is not long enough for even like a baby to be a choker necklace. And it says, if it was the right way around, my story isn't over yet, which is a suicide awareness bracelet, and I saw it on there and I was like, ooh, I want that. So the thing with this, I would say, is it's quite kind of like a big loop, and it's not really adjustable. I mean, there's a knot here, which if you're really skilled with knots, you could probably just change. And then it's just got a clip here. This clip on here goes into the actual bit. It is not easy to do if you are by yourself, which is why I haven't put it on now, because I'm by myself. It's not as easy as other things. I mean, there's always that hack where you can like tape it to your wrist and then hook it around. But even with that, I don't think it'd be very easy. And it's got like a little bit here which just has like whatever that's called. I did do English, I don't remember what that's called. Like the dot and the little thingy. But yeah, and then this is metal, which I was very happy with because I thought, oh, is it actually going to be real metal or is it going to be some plasticky copy of metal? But no, it's actually real metal. And then this rope is quite soft and is quite comfortable, but just the size of it would be the only thing that sort of bugs me, is because I'd be worried if it fell off and I'd lose it. But it is really nice and it is for a good cause and stuff like that. I mean, I doubt the actual money I did for it actually went to a charity for it, but it's still really nice. So yeah, so I really like that. The next thing is this, which I'm very happy with and love, and this is a necklace and it's a heart. So it's got this like sort of almost like vine pattern on the heart, and then it's just got a silver solid back. But the amazing thing about it is you might be able to already tell because it is like a green inside, is it's a glow in the dark heart, and I think it's so cool. And I'll insert a clip here of it actually glowing in the dark because it is awesome. So that is it glowing in the dark and it is really cool. So to get it that bright in that clip, I put it up to the light, but obviously if you were wearing it maybe at a festival or something like that, like at Glastonbury or something, you could walk around with it on and it'd be all bright, and then when it got to night time at the festival it would obviously be glowing in the dark. But I think it's really cool. There are other glow in the dark necklaces which I've really wanted to get, but this is the one that I decided on. It's not incredibly long chain, I don't know exactly how long it is, but something different than the bracelet is it has got this chain here, so it is adjustable a lot more than the bracelet is, which I was very happy with. But yeah, and it came very nice, good condition, wasn't dirty or anything like that. And I was very happy with it. I was like, yay, glow in the dark necklace, brilliant. The last piece of jewellery is this. It did not come in this bag. This is a bag I got quite a few years ago now. But I think I binned like the package it came in, but it was just a clear plastic packet. It wasn't particularly like, ooh, that's so nice. So I just put it in this just to hold it all together. So these are a bunch of different rings, and I actually was going to wear them for the video, and then I forgot. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rings in this packet that came in. So they're sort of like old-fashioned rings and they are really nice. The main thing I have to say about rings, I'm just going to put a couple randomly on my finger, not in the proper position they're meant to be, and also drop them on my table. They're really nice. There's only one that's adjustable, and that's this one, which I think is just like dolphin tails, but it is really pretty, and I put this on my like little finger before. So there are all the rings there, and they are really nice and they are good quality. They are metal, not like a rubbish plastic, and I wore one of them, I think it may have been this one, for like a whole day, and my finger didn't go green, so I was very happy with it. But they are really nice, and I do really like sort of old-fashioned-y rings like this. It's not really focusing on it very well, but yeah, it's focusing on my face, which is annoying. But yeah, so I was very happy with those, and I just put them with my rings, and I think I might wear them on Halloween or something like that, maybe. So I think they are quite, like, my Halloween outfit's a vampire, or at least it was last year. So I think they would go quite well with that, or if you're like doing pirate dress up, I think it would look quite cool. Or if you want to get someone like a really cheap wedding engagement ring, then you can always pick that as well. But yeah, so that is the only bits of jewellery I've got, and there's also hair in my mouth, ew. But yeah, and I was very happy with all of them. They're quite good quality. They were not that expensive. This one was one of those free ones again, like free. And it was £2 or £3, and I think it was the shipping that was the £2 or £3, or it was £1, and then the shipping was like £2 or £1. I don't know exactly, but yeah, so I was very happy with it. The next thing is something I love and will probably put on once this video has ended, and is this, which is a jumper, and it says, "This is my too tired to function sweatshirt," which I love and is amazing, and is actually a great size and a great fit. Like, the sleeves are long enough, and they're really good. You can't really see, but there we go. And it's grey because I love grey, especially in clothing. And then obviously the writing, as you can see, is black. Hello. But yeah, and it's good quality. It has been through the wash and it still is nice. The writing hasn't gone up or anything. It doesn't go all horrible. And it's really good feel to it. It does feel properly tailored. The only thing that was bad on it was the left shoulder. This bit here, if you can kind of see that, the stitching was just a bit over it, but you can cut that, and that is just where it hasn't, I think, been cut, because it is fully stitched both sides, so it's not where it's got a hole and that was meant to be stitched. But yeah, so you could easily cut that. I just haven't, because I haven't got around to it. So it's made in China, which they make very obvious, but it is really good. It's sort of got an elastic bit at the bottom of it just to pull in this around your waist a bit more. But yeah, and it's quite a big baggy jumper. It's a bit like the style of like a boyfriend jumper, which is like meant to be like really big, as if it came from your boyfriend. But yeah, ignore my folding skills because I'm not a good folder. But it is really good and I was very happy with it. And I actually forgot how comfy it was because it's been in the bag the whole time, so I can remember to keep everything in the bag for the haul so I don't forget anything. So I haven't actually worn it for a while. But yeah, I was very happy with it. The last two things are sort of random things, and the first one is very, very random. I found a box of glow-in-the-dark stars in my mum's desk, and I put it over my cupboard, because I got a desk in my cupboard. Not quite like Narnia, but it'll do. And I saw these on Wish, and I was like, ooh, more stars to add the collection. So this is a 100-piece set. I have already put some out, but I kept some in here to show you. There we go. Now, first off, I will say, what the heck is this? What is that? Is that a star? What star looks like a weird sailor boat? What the hell? Like, loads of them are the same size, like that, like normal, and then a couple of them were like that. And this is a smooth edge here. It's not like it's been broken or anything, and there were a couple like it. Speaking of broken, these two were broken. So these are the only two that are broken. That actually also has a bit of a curve to it, so I don't know if maybe they're like bad ones, I don't know. And this one is the main one that's broken. It's got the tips of here have just been sort of snapped / broken off. And now just looking, the teeny tiny bit on this tip is also broken off, which it isn't focusing on because it's annoying. But all of them were really good. That's only like 3 out of 100. So that's pretty good, like, percentage-wise of breaking ones. And then I think there were 10 maybe of these ones. But the way they're, like, cut, it doesn't look at all like they've broken. Like, these ones, like, this one is clearly broken. And it's not like they go together at all. So they just apply with this sticky sheet, which there was enough. And I think there's actually extra. And there will be extra because I'm not going to put the broken ones on in my cupboard. So this is just one of those double-sided spongy sticky things. So yeah, so this is a little leaflet that came with it, which I cannot read because I can only speak English. But yeah, so anyone out there that can read that, can you translate it for me in the comments below? Thanks. But obviously I can understand the diagram, and when looking at it further, I found on the back there is actually instructions. But yeah, so there were instructions in the end. But I mean, do you really need instructions for glow-in-the-dark stars that just have a sticky back to them? I mean, surely just put the sticky thing on and stick it to somewhere. Also, this photo, I hope they do not mean for that to look exactly like these ones, because there's different sizes here, and there wasn't in the pack at all. They were all the same size except whatever the hell these little boat stars are. So they just came in this packet. So they came in this packet that was then in a proper shipment packet. And yeah, overall I was pretty happy with them. I already had some stars on my desk, so the fact that some of them were broken didn't bother me that much. But obviously if you bought them to like put over like an entire room, like a ceiling, which would look awesome, they wouldn't obviously cover the entire place. The only thing I think that whatever company made this could improve upon is having different sizes. So obviously stars 8 obviously don't look like that, but they come in different sizes normally. But these didn't, which is something I won't hold it against them, but that's something they can improve upon. If you heard that scratching then of claws, that's my dog leaving the room. So the last thing is something I think is personally the best thing, other than, I don't know, whatever else you think is the best thing, is this, which is a tube, but it's got something in the tube and is awesome. And you can probably tell just by that bit, that is a scratch off map. So I'd seen these in a couple places on Instagram and on Wish. So it didn't come harmed or anything like that. There was no harming on it at all. None of it was already scratched. There was a bit of like paper here, so none of it actually touched each other. And then, is that the right way around? Ooh, it is! It is a giant scratch off map, which I don't think fits in the whole frame of the video. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. So, if you do not know what a scratch off map is, well, it's basically what it sounds like. It's a map that when you go somewhere you can scratch it off. Being 16, I only have scratched off a teeny tiny bit of the map, so everywhere green is where I've scratched off, and that's where I've scratched off. So that is France, England, Scotland, Wales and Belgium. But yeah, so they're the only bits I've scratched off, but I'm still pretty happy. So obviously it's got the whole world on it. And the USA, it's not got for the USA like individual states, it's just got it as a massive blob, which you can't see, so so it's just got it as a massive blob. It doesn't really have individual states in it, and it has numbers on it, because obviously they've done names to places, but they haven't done all of the places. So, I don't know if you can see, but there are some numbers. And the numbers correspond to down here. Hold on. There we go. This is a tricky thing to film, which is why I've left it to last. So, is that right around? Oh, it is. So they correspond to those there, so each number, obviously, it's a different place. But yeah, so there we go. I'm not entirely sure why they're different colours. Like here, it has British Virgin Islands in the orange, there at the bottom. at the very top of the orange section, it's got British Virgin Islands, and it's in orange, but on the actual map, when you scratch it off, it's green. Didn't mean to swear at you then, it's green. So I don't know why it's coloured like that. I don't know if that's just because all the maps are like that. And then at the bottom it's also got, there you go, there you can see it. Other than that, it's got other things, so it's got different places. It's got the, I think it's called 7 peaks, or 8 peaks? 7 summits. Oh, it's close. Oh, it's pretty darn close with that. So it's got them there. It's also got them upside down. I don't know why it's got them upside down. I don't know if that's just because they wanted to. Oh no, that's lakes. Okay. Lowest land, that's why. And then deepest water. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. I'm just stupid. And then here it's got, I think they're different land masses. Largest lakes. Yeah. So they're just different places. But it is really good, and I was very happy with it, and it came in the tube. I'm gonna keep it in the tube and just put it somewhere in my room, because I haven't really got anywhere to hang it up in my room, so I'm just gonna keep it in the tube. And now the real test is whether or not I can get it back in the tube. Let's hope I can. Ooh, I think it might fit. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Yes. Ah, achievement. Oh. And yeah, the tube is like hard cardboard, like that slightly hurt hitting it like that. And then this is the deluxe one, I think. Oh yeah, scratch off map deluxe edition there, which is why it has like more stuff on it. Down here at the bottom says this product is intended as a fun gift item and not as a definite reference or educational tool. Not suitable for children. Lid contains small parts. Choking hazard. Beware of sharp edges on lid clips. Do not remove. Do not remove what? The lid? How are you going to get it out then? I don't know. That's what it just says. Down at the bottom. And then it's by Alliance Station, which I'm guessing is the company. So, because I've been to barely anywhere, I had to use a 1p. May have hurt my table there. I had to use a 1p to scratch off where I did. Obviously, any penny will count. It's like a lottery ticket. Any penny will, any coin will scratch it off. But yeah, and I was very happy with it. I thought it was really good. So, that is everything that I have gotten. So, like I said, down in the description below will be the prices of everything, because I cannot remember off the top of my head, and I'm using my phone to film, so I cannot check the prices. If I was smart and prepared, I would have written them all down on a piece of paper, which I didn't do. So that's going to be in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first video on my channel where you've actually been able to see me, so I am a living person. And I do hope you enjoyed the cupcake video, which was the last video I posted. Vanilla cupcakes. They were very tasty and very nice. I do hope you enjoyed baking them, if you did decide to bake them, or you just found the video easy to do. I am hoping to do more baking videos. Tell me in the comments below which your favourite item was. I think mine is going to have to either be the tube or the jumper, because the jumper is just so comfortable and the tube is awesome. Well, the map in the tube is awesome. The tube is pretty cool too. But yeah, so leave a like if you liked this video, and if you're just feeling nice. Yeah, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!